Hello, everyone. Good morning. Larry Waju Benga, good morning. Thank you. Olati, good morning. Sir Oma, Akim Odejude, good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone, once again. Please, can we confirm that the audio is good? You can hear me loud and clear, so we can get started right away. All right, thank you. Okay, use a Redmi phone. Akim Odejude, thank you. Peter Akpan. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so we get started. All right, yeah. So in case you're just joining us for the first time, this here is this session is our morning market review. And here we get to look at what's going on in the market. Also with an expectation that we'll be able to pick a few entries and trade ideas plus entries from these sessions for today and even for the rest of the week. Of course, this session holds every Monday through to Friday from 8 a.m. We bring different analysts every day. All right, without further ado, let's get right to it. Um, we're going to start as usual with the major pairs, that is pairs with USD as one of the currencies. And then from there, we start looking at other pairs. But before we do that, very quickly, let's check out if we have important news events for today that may impact prices. Today, July 16th. So just a second while I head to forexfactory.com, the economy calendar that we use. Right. So I have forexfactory.com displayed. Um, I need us to also confirm we can see it. Yeah, Abraham, I just shared it now. Can you confirm you can see it? All right. Thank you, Sunday. Thank you, everyone. Okay. So let me do a quick filter to take out the ones that I am not interested in. I don't need this and this. Now, of course, the red is high impact expected. You see it? High impact is expected for that particular news if it has this red envelopes. And then the brown is medium impact. The yellow is low impact. And then this one is non-economic. So I don't need this. And then I'm also going to take out this. I only want to focus on the news events that would have the highest impact on price movement. So I'm going to leave red and the brown. So I click apply filter and then I have it right there. Okay. Okay. So today, Tuesday, the 16th day of July, what do we have? We have inflation data from Canada plus New Zealand, and then we have retail sales data from the US. Of course, these are high impact news. You can see that it is red for CPI and then retail sales and CPI for New Zealand dollar as well is also red. Okay. Um, it's no longer news that everyone is trying to so hard to tackle inflation globally. No audio, Philip. Please, can we confirm the audio is good? Philip says there's no audio. Is that right? All right, thank you. I just needed to be sure. Philip, you may have to check your end. The audio is solid from my side. All right, so I was saying that it's no longer news that as it is now, everyone is trying so hard to tackle inflation rate, even globally. And this CPI data that we have for the CAD and the NZD, the CPI is an important economic indicator or metrics that is used to determine the rate of inflation. It is released on a regular basis by major economies. And for today, we're going to have it for Canada and New Zealand. It gives a very timely glimpse to measure growth rates and levels of inflation, like I said. What it means is that a higher inflation rate would mean that your money buys less because everything now costs more. In Nigeria, you would agree with me, it's now currently sitting above 34%, and you wonder why things are currently very expensive. Now, the CPI, Consumer Price Index, now specifically looks at purchasing power and how fast the prices of goods and services are rising in an economy. And this data can be used to influence a nation's when we talk about monetary policy. And that's simply because if prices are rising, this can lead central banks to begin to raise interest rates in order to uh, fight inflation. So it's a very important news that we need to pay attention to. It's going to be released 1:30 p.m. For Canada. So that means peers with CAD, we can expect to see some volatility on the CAD pairs for today. Uh, the same 1:30 p.m. We're also going to have retail sales for US. Also very important. This tracks the increase or decrease in consumer spending in the retail categories. And also because consumer spending accounts for, in the US, for about 2/3 of the US economy. So this makes it an important indicator uh, for the overall health of the economy. And it is used to gauge whether the economy is contracting or expanding. This is also one that we need to pay attention to. Now, imagine what 30 p.m. we have all these releases for CPI for CAD, retail sales for USD. And then we have pairs like USD CAD. You can expect to see maximum volatility for that particular pair because both of them have news at the same time. So the same 1:30 p.m., we're going to see data for retail sales and core retail sales. Of course, by the time it is released and it is stronger than forecast, that is actual greater than the forecast value here, that means we can expect to see uh, some bullish move for USD. And if it is weak, that is less, then it's going to be bearish for the USD. All right, so that's basically what we have for today. And then much later in the day, 11:45 p.m. is when we're going to see CPI for the New Zealand dollar. Of course, all eyes will be on 1:30 p.m. Data. All right. Having said that, now I'll switch to MT4 to see what's happening right there. Let me quickly check the comments. Audio is good, mine is good, audio is perfect. All right. Philip, I hope you've been able to get a hang of your audio. Okay, so I'm going to switch to MT4 now. Just a sec. All right, so I have MT4 up now. Lucky Hope is asking, what if the USD news comes out red while the card comes out green? How do we trade USD card? Yeah, if USD news comes out red, it means it is bad for dollar. If card comes out green, it means it is good for card. So if you have, this is for Lucky Hope now. So if you have, let's see. So we have USD card. We have USD card as a currency pair. And then you're asking if USD is bad and card is strong. What it means is that for a pair like USD card, we're going to take a sell position. USD is weak. We want to sell USD. And at the same time, we want to buy card. That's for Lucky now. Okay. Akim Odejide, AUD USD using Bollinger Band is confirming a buy. Okay, that's fantastic. It also depends on the time frame you're looking at. Using Bollinger Band is confirming a buy. Right. We'll get to AUD USD card. Sorry, AUD USD, so that you can further confirm your position. Okay, you are looking at the 1 hour time frame. Okay, let's see. AUD USD 1 hour. Bollinger Band. Okay. Right. So I see why you say that now. It is now at the lower band, and then to further confirm that buy, it may be ideal to see a bullish engulfing candle. So what that can also mean is that if this current candle closes green, then it may push higher. May push higher. So your observation is right for Lucky. Observation is right. Chukwemeka is asking if you can trade with 20K capital. Of course, you can trade with 20K capital, but it's really small, and the returns may also be very small because you would have to use minimal lot sizes. What if both of them, USD CAD comes out green? Okay. If both of them are strong at the same time, then we may get a period of consolidation. You understand? Because both of them at that particular time, 1:30 p.m., have the same strength. So we may see a little bit of consolidation before we get a direction. All right. So let's start from the dollar index so that we can see what's happening here and also relate this to the major pairs. Now, remember, for quite some time now, I've been saying that we have a structure here that I've been following in terms of higher lows and higher highs. From this low, so we see higher lows and higher highs. A fantastic structure confirming an uptrend. You see it? And this is also a trend line that price has tested as support multiple times, this trend line here. And then eventually we got a break of that trend line, and then price closed back above it, pushed a little bit higher, but found resistance at 105.6 price level. And since that time, price has been pushing lower. I remember the last time I was here, price was somewhere around here. And then I was saying that if we lose 104.5 support level, then we can expect the dollar to be bearish. And what that would mean for pairs like Euro USD, Pound USD is that they would be bullish. And that's exactly what happened. And then to further confirm that, we had, it was on Thursday, last week Thursday, we had CPI, we had inflation data for US. And then the dollar fell really badly because it printed a lower figure. And that, in a way, the dollar became really weak. And that's why we got this break below 104.5 level and even this 104 level. And currently, price has now found support at 103.7. Now, before this returns to being bullish, we need to see a break back above 104.5. Before this returns to being bullish, that's the US dollar index now, we need to see price break back or close back above 104.5 level. Now, what it also means is that as long as price is below 104.5, then we may see dollar push even lower. You see, so what we see right here may be a pullback for price to push even lower. But as it is currently, price has found support at this 103.7 level. Now, if we look back to what happened here, you see price fell to that same 103.7 level. And from that point, we got that aggressive move to the upside. So at this current level now, we may see a repeat of what happened here. You see it, we may see a repeat of what happened here. This was sometime in April. Price found support at 103.7 level. And from that point, it pushed really higher from there. So what I'm saying is currently, because price is now back at 103.7 level, we may now begin to see price push higher. But before this will turn bullish for me, then I need to see a close back above 104.5. Then 104.5 will become support, and then price pushes higher from there. If I see this, then I will switch to a bullish bias for the dollar. If I don't see it, then I'll continue to look for sell opportunities. Now, all of this is happening on the daily time frame. For this to continue the bearish move that is now obvious, then we also need to see a close below 103.7. You see, we need price to close below 103.7, and then the bearish move continues from there. Now, also, because price has now broken this 104 level, which has acted as support multiple times. You see it here, you see another touch here. This 104 level has also acted as support multiple times. And now that price is below it, this same 104 level may now be acting as resistance, except price closes above it. Except price closes above that level. Now, this is it on 4 hours. This is it on 4 hours. You see it on 4 hours now. That 104 level is beginning to resist price. You can see price is now beginning to push lower from 104. You see it. So if this continues, then Euro USD, Pound USD will now begin to push higher. So let's see what this translates to for the major pairs. Let's see what this translates to for the major pairs. All right, so let's start with Euro USD. Okay, now for Euro USD too, I have highlighted this trend line for us multiple times on this forum. Now, back here, around middle of 2023, it was resistance. Back here, price closed above it, but almost immediately closed back below it. So this gave us a fake out, and then price pushed lower. Here as resistance, here also as resistance. Here we got another fake out, and now price is convincingly above that trend line, above this trend line, which means that this is still very much bullish. However, this level at around 1.0925 is now acting as resistance. 1.0925 level. You can see price pushed lower from that point. You see this long upper wick. Okay, so now if dollar is still bearish, what it means is that we'll be looking for opportunities to buy from here. We'll be looking for opportunities to buy until the dollar index closes back above 104.5 level that I highlighted for us earlier. So this is 1 hour, and then on the 1 hour time frame, we're beginning to see this bullish move. So this may be a good time to take a buy position for the Euro USD, and then take a buy position towards 1.0925, around that price level. So I'll take it again so we understand. From the dollar index, because it is now beginning to push back to the downside, we expect Euro USD, Pound USD to be bullish. And that's why on the 1 hour time frame, it may be safe to take a buy position. And then don't forget 1.0925 here is acting as resistance. So what that means is that as soon as price is approaching, this move now is approaching that level, you may want to maybe shift to break even or take part of your profit. That's for Euro USD. For Pound USD, again, very similar to Euro USD. Resistance now at 1.3 price level, at 1.3 price level. This is daily time frame. So we can head over to a much lower time frame to look for instant opportunity. This is 1 hour. You see it, Pound USD2 on 1 hour is beginning to give us a good setup for a buy. This is moving average 50. This is the moving average 50, which is now acting as support for Pound USD. And we're beginning to see a bullish candle. Again, a good opportunity to go long, and then 1.3 as resistance. Next up, I have USD JPY. I have USD JPY, which has been very, very bullish since the beginning of this year. Very bullish. Now, it started from this point. We got that high, gave us a low. From that point, price pushed higher again. We got that pullback. Notice how this trend line too has been supporting price. Pushed higher again. We got a decent pullback. From that point, it pushed higher again. We got another pullback, and then price pushed higher again, breaking above the resistance that was created right here at around 160. You see it? And then price broke above that level. Now back at the trend line that have supported price multiple times. You see it? So at this point now, this is daily time frame. Let me switch to H4 to see what's happening here. On H4, we're beginning to see a bearish candle, and even on H1. Okay. So what it also means is that we may begin to look for opportunities to sell right there, especially below the trend line, below this trend line that dates back to beginning of 2024, beginning of 2024. So to confirm this bearish move for the USD JPY, we need price to break below this trend line. And that comes at around price level, the current price level, 158.45. So we need price to break below that level first. This is it here. We need price to break below that level to confirm that bearish move for USD JPY. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to check that in a minute. That's for Grace. All right, this is USD CAD. This is USD CAD. Of course, this has been consolidating. This has been super ranging. Price has been stuck within around this 1.377 as resistance and 1.36 as support. Price has been stuck within this range. Here at this time, sometime in April, price broke above that resistance at 1.377, and then almost immediately we got this bearish candle closing back below that support now. So, and since then, we have seen price move between 1.36 and 1.377 multiple times. And recently, price retested 1.36 level and is now beginning to push higher. Now, we may not see much movement here. Remember, we have news for these two currencies at exactly 1:30 p.m. Maybe we're going to eventually get a clear direction. Maybe price will either break to the upside or to the downside for it to be more defined, as this has been quite stuck between the levels that I highlighted for us. All right, that's for USD CAD. Yeah, Ocon Collins, USD index on your phone is quite simple. You go to your quotes, and then from your quotes, you locate the USD index. Now, if it's not visible on your quotes, if it's not visible, you can add it. How do you do that? You simply click, that's the phone now. You simply click on the cross sign that is at the top right corner on your quotes window. When you click that cross, you will see find symbols, and then you can type it. You can simply type USD IDX, and then you should see the dollar index right there. Just pops in. Commodities like cotton, even though I don't trade it. All right, let's see if we get there. Yeah, we started from Forex Factory, Bamidele or Latunji. Maybe you joined late. We started from Forex Factory. All right, Okon Collins. We also talked about AUD USD when I started. Somebody spotted was using the Bollinger Bands on 1 hour. All right. But from technical point of view, for the AUD USD, now this is I have this trend line right here as resistance, and then this right here as support. And you can see how price has been moving between these two trend lines. Now, recently, when we got CPI data from a dollar last week, price broke above this trend line acting as resistance. And also, this 0.68 level also acted as resistance for price. At that time, you see price test that point and is now beginning to push lower. Now, all of this, again, is happening on the daily time frame. Because price has now closed back below that trend line, then what it means is that the whole of this place, the whole of the price level here, may now give us a fake out. So what that means is that I've also mentioned multiple times during this session that if we get a fake out to a particular side, then we can see an extended move in the opposite direction. So by the end of today, for this, because we're on the daily time frame, by the end of today, if we do get this close back below the trend line, then we may see price push lower, maybe back towards this lower trend line. We may see that at play here. Okay, because price is now back below the trend line. Now, okay, let me explain that further so we get it. I need to also take out this rectangle. Now, see this, price broke above the trend line. And then ideally, price is supposed to retest the trend line as new support and then push higher from there. So we should have seen something like this, price retesting that point as support and then starts to push higher from that point. But that did not happen. And now price is back below the trend line. So what it means is that we may have a potential fake out at play here. We may have a potential fake out at play here, and then we may see price push lower from that trend line. We may see price push lower. That's for AUD USD. Okay. I'm guessing a lot of people are on have open trades on gold. I see a lot of gold requests. Yeah, exactly my thought. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's happening on gold. Let's see what's happening on gold. Okay, so now this is gold. And then it created this high at 24.50, created this high at 24.50. Now, each time price pushes towards that high, we have seen a retracement from that point. We got it here at around 24.34. We got another one here towards that 24.34. We got another one here. This one pushed even higher to 24.50 and then gave us the retracement. And now price is around that 24.34 to 24.50 price level. Now, of course, this is still very bullish. So if you have taken your buy trade at this breakout, I'm sure you will be in a fantastic profit right about now. And now that the now that price is approaching this all-time high, you see price is approaching that all-time high at 24.50. A little bit of caution is advised because well, also depending on what we see for uh, the high impact news that we have for dollar later today, which may also have an impact on the price of gold, may also have an impact on the price of gold. So for me, now this is happening on the daily time frame. This is happening on the daily time frame. Let's switch to 4 hours to see what we have here, and also 1 hour. Okay, so this is 1 hour, and then from this support level, let me take my horizontal line. From this support level, see price tested that point around 23.50, the second attempt, the third one, the fourth one. So from that point, price has been pushing higher. You see it? We got that high, we got this retracement, and then price created a new high. And after that, we saw a retracement, created a double top right there, gave us another retracement, and then we saw a new high, gave us a retracement right there, retesting this level as support, and then price pushed higher from there. Okay, so right about now, price is now very close to this resistance, to this previous high that was created. Price is now very close to it, to this previous high that was created at around this price level. So for me, before I continue to be bullish here, I will need to see a close back above this level. I will need price to close back above this level. Now, after this retracement, if you had taken a buy, then that would have been fantastic. But if you take a buy right here, you are not going to have a good risk reward ratio. You are not going to have a good risk reward ratio. Now, this here was a high that was created. Let me do this. So we have this high here. You see it? And then we have the same right here. Okay, so for this, what I'm saying is, number one, you may need to now wait for a retracement before you take a buy position, or you wait for price to break above the resistance right there. You need to wait for price to break above that resistance. That's how I'll be approaching this. Now, we see that it is bullish, no doubt. This is on the 1 hour time frame, and we are seeing series of higher lows and higher highs, which is typical of an uptrend. So what we have here is an uptrend. And then because it is an uptrend, it means that we're looking for opportunities to buy. However, because we do not want to be buying at resistance, basic rules in trading: buy at support, sell at resistance. We don't want to be buying at resistance. That's why, number one, you either wait for price to retrace and then you go long from there, or you wait for price to break above that resistance. That is, if you're just joining this trade. I see a lot of people already have open positions on gold, and then they are trying to understand the direction. And this is my submission for gold. That's how I'm going to be approaching gold for today. Number one, I see a retracement for me to go long, confirm some patterns there, and then I go long, or price breaks above that resistance at this high, and then I'll target buy orders from that point. So if you have gold trade, I hope you have more clarity. Pounds JPY too has been aggressively bullish from this support level too. From this support level, you see price testing that level. This is daily time frame now. Now I like to start from the daily time frame to first of all get the overall direction, and then tune down to a much lower time frame for entry opportunity, for instant entry opportunity. All right, so this is pound JPY. This level as support from dates back to as far back as 2023, middle of 2023, supported price, the first attempt, the second attempt, the third attempt. And from that point, we see an aggressive move. Now, number one, price at this 200 level, price tested it, and then we got a decent retracement. And eventually, price is now above that 120 level, And then from that 120 level, created this high, created that high. So this is daily time frame. Now let's head over to a lower time frame. That's 4 hours. This is 1 hour. Okay, on the 1 hour time frame, we see price consolidating. Right, that's what we have on the 1 hour time frame. Price now appears to be stuck between this resistance and this support. Okay, and right about now, this moving average 50 again is now also acting as support for price, and we can see that price is beginning to push higher. So this may be an opportunity to go long. However, you also need to mind this resistance level. So if you are somebody that is aggressive with your trade approach, then you may want to take an instant buy right now. But if you are much more conservative like myself, then it may be much more ideal to wait for a break above that resistance. Before going long. And then if we get a retest as support, that would be even much more fantastic. We get a fantastic risk reward ratio if it plays out as such. Pounds JPY. Yeah, Tajuddin, I just talked about pounds JPY. I hope you get some ideas from there. Stanley, about oil. Okay, let's see oil. All right. So this oil, uh, the Brent oil is an asset that I've been very much interested in. I've mentioned it multiple times during this morning market reviews. So let's start from here. So since price tested this high, from that point, we have seen an aggressive move to the downside. You see, we got uh we got some consolidation phase right here. Now this is daily time frame. We got some consolidation phase right there, and then price pushed even much lower. Now, since price got to this support here at 77, we started seeing a push to the upside. Price started pushing higher from that point. Now, as it is now, price has now been pushing lower. Price has been moving to the downside from that resistance. I'm going to use my rectangle to draw it out for us. Right. So since price tested that point, it has been pushing lower. Now, this here may now give us, may now be equal to the fake outs that we have mentioned multiple times on this forum. Price closed above it, and ideally, it is supposed to continue in that fashion. So we're supposed to get a retest of that level as support, and then price push higher from there. But that did not happen. As it is now, price is now back below that what used to be resistance. Price is now back below it. So the whole of the price level here may now give us a potential fake out. And when fake outs like this happen, usually it triggers an extended move in the opposite direction. So what we may see here will be price that continues to push to the downside. Okay. However, it is now sitting at this support level at 84. Why 84? Now, this is the horizontal line that represents that 84. And then you can see how that the same price level at this point acted as resistance here, as resistance, a few pips to it here, as resistance right here, resistance, the same thing here, and then price broke above it. Back here, you see it multiple times at resistance, and then price is now back here. So what it means is that this same 84 level now will now be acting as support for price. So how do you approach this? This is daily time frame, don't forget. So let's switch to H4. Instead, it's even more obvious on H4 that 84 price level as support. How about H1? This is H1 now. And what we have is same, that 84 level to also acting as support multiple times. And now that price is approaching that level, if you're already in a sell trade for this asset, that's fantastic. If you are looking to join this trend that we have here, the way to approach this would be to see, number one, a break below that support level. To see a break below that support level. And that's when you join the sell. Now, it is not ideal to, except you're an aggressive trader, it is not ideal to join this sell right here because that's not going to give you a good risk reward ratio, except you're an aggressive trader and you want to take advantage of this move, pushing to 84. But personally, the way I'm going to approach this is to see number one, a break below 84. If I get a retest of the same 84 level as resistance, that would be fantastic. And then I go short from there and target lower prices from that point. And that would be very fantastic. Except you're an aggressive trader, that's when you're going to take an instant sell right there. going to take an instant sell right there for oil. All right. I see US 100. Yeah, that's fantastic. Lucky Hope. That's a fantastic response right there. Okay, let's see which other one. Euro pounds too. Euro pounds too. I have mentioned this particular pair multiple times as well. At this point here, at this point, I was looking out for price to break back above this 0.85 level so that the whole of the price here will now be a fake out, will now be a fake out. And like I've said, fake outs like this do trigger an extended move in the opposite direction. But guess what? That did not happen. This same point at around 0.85 uh, acted as resistance and then price pushed lower from there. If this move here from this support to this resistance, if price had closed above 0.85 here, then that would have been very, very fantastic. Would have been very fantastic. But because that didn't happen now and price has pushed lower significantly in the last few days. So as it is now, this is still very much bearish. So what we may get here, because price returns to 0.84 as support, what we may see here is now some retracement, and then we see price push lower again. You see it. Now let me try to use the Fibo to measure that level so we can have an idea of where the retracement will get to. So from this high to this low right there. All right, from this high to this low, and then the retracement may come all the way to this 50 Fibo level. Let me use the horizontal line to note that point, but I can always come back to it. Okay, so this retracement that is beginning to happen here may extend all the way to this 50 Fibo level, and then we see price push lower from that point for euro pounds, So if you are looking to trade euro pounds, you should look out for this trade setup. Look out for that trade setup. Yeah, Kenneth, that's your end. Thank you for that. Bamidele Olatunji. All right, US 100 too. I've also touched on this multiple times on this session. So let's see what we currently have. We got resistance here, price retraced, and then price broke above that resistance. Price now returns to it as support and is now beginning to push higher. Now, this was the high that was created. Now, this is daily time frame. On H4, what do we have? How about H1? Okay, even on H1, we still see this sort of range on H1. Okay. So on the 1 hour time frame now, it may be ideal to wait for price to come back to this support before going long. It may be ideal to wait for price. Remember, patience is also a strategy. It may be ideal to wait for price to come back to this support level before looking to go long from there. Before looking to go long. Now, we can see that we have multiple bearish candles from there. So price may continue to push lower to the downside, come back to this support level, and then push higher from there. You see it? So that's for those of us that have been asking about US 100. Pound USD. All right. In closing, let's go back to pound USD as requested. So I said, as long as the dollar index, this is dollar now, is below this 104 level, then it is still very much bearish. So we can expect Euro USD, Pound USD to be bullish. Now, this is Pound USD now on 1 hour time frame, sitting on the 50 moving average right there. And on the 50 moving average, it has now given us this bearish engulfing candle, bearish engulfing candle. So what it means is that from this point now, we can expect price to push higher and expect price to push higher. But don't forget, we have a high impact news coming up at 1:30 p.m. And that would impact the direction for pound USD because that news is for USD. On cotton, popsin, I see that you may have open position on cotton. Yeah, Bamidele, it should be simple actually. Once you have a strategy that you follow and then you stick to that strategy, the whole process of trading should be very, very seamless once you have a strategy that gives you an edge over the market. The whole process of trading should be very, very seamless. Get a strategy and stick to your strategy. Unfortunately, Pop said, I don't even have the cotton chart right here. Yeah, I did. Read me. I did. I looked at this is pound USD, and then I've returned here to throw more light on it, like I requested. That's what I said. It's currently sitting on this 50 moving average. We're seeing this bullish engulfing candle, so we can expect price to push higher from that point. All right. So this is a good time to draw the curtain on this edition of our morning market review. I hope we've been able to pick a few trade ideas. Popsin, unfortunately, I don't even have the curtain chart right here, and it's already past schedule, and we need to close. Maybe you can reach out to me privately, and then we can see if I can help you with that. Again, Tomiwa Gbola is my name. 07015905227. Thank you very much for joining. See you another time.